Spiritual awakening. Everyone is talking about the spiritual movement and new energy that is coming in. More and more people are being awakened by the soul to create the new world that really is just getting back to who we are. Everyone talks about raising your vibration, your energy, your new energy coming in, but this is all creating the separation. I understand that there has to be put in a way that people will relate to, but this is adding to the conditioning and society holding on to us, or illusions that we have enemies and have to search for answers. We are feeding the energy to situations that we are then focusing on. The answers are within, we are told, and the soul awakening has brought about a calling to become once more the source, reconnecting to who we was born to be. With a vessel we find it hard to not listen, as the brain, whose only fear is the vessel dying, and so takes charge in showing us the fear and insecurities that we hold on to. But once experienced unconditional love, or being the oneness in odd moments, we long for the connection, but at the same time we go back to our routines to fill a hole that once held the conditioning, but for a brief moment was healed by the source. Our fear of being empty leads us back to the drama and vibration that attracts our life. Instead of filling with love or enjoying our freedom, we make excuses or blame others, or even sabotage our lives to feel the pain again, because feeling something is better than feeling nothing. If I was to tell you that the difference between peace in your life and life that you enjoy is as simple as changing direction, allowing the flow of the river to take you downstream, instead of fighting the current upstream, would you like to change, or have a life you was born to do? Probably not, because you haven't time. The bills need paying, and you're not well enough to do it. Anyway, other people won't let you. You don't feel in charge. You don't feel in control. And so you feel as though you can't change your life. Can you feel the brain starting to already make excuses to why not? It is showing you times when you failed. What could happen if you tried this ridiculous but simple method of living? I once helped a lady who was frightened she may die, until I showed her that she wasn't living now. With panic attacks night and day, she had created her fear of not living. Now this is no fix or latest craze that is going around, but a glimmer of hope to see the new world that has been in front of your eyes the whole time. But only when we stop separating and surrender to the flow of this amazing energy within, we see the true picture of what life is really about. We start to find peace and joy in the simple things in life, as we get back to nature, as we awaken ourselves to our inner calling and start looking within for answers. Start to not separate, to see the world as it is, as the world shows us its beauty, and we start to feel part of this amazing instead of being separated and feeling of all alone. Spiritual awakening is about preparing the vessel, creating a spiritual center within, and not attaching to that which stops the flow of life. Energy is everlasting, so to try and control it, hold it, or use it in a way that doesn't bring peace just causes chaos. Looking outside the box or understanding the bigger pictures helps us to let go of that which stops us being the source. It helps us to understand that there's nothing to fear or doubt or worry about, as eventually the bigger picture will emerge to why we have created. Learning to forgive, feel and let go helps us to not be caught up in illusions. It is then we can allow the ascension on earth to take place, and more people are becoming connected to the wonderful energy that is part of everything. Flowing, and only what we put to it, we determine what it becomes. It's a neutral energy that keeps everything together, allows us to make choices, to understand that lack is only a thought or separation from the source. Automatically we are the source, till we allow the illusion of our thoughts to create our world. The soul has awakened many to get back to nature, look to asking the source for guidance, and linking once more with the soul to guide us to the oneness. In the oneness there is no lack. We are never separated from any loved ones or guidance or knowledge to be the source. It is only our fear and doubt that does that. Imagine a reservoir full of knowledge that we can tap into. Every bit of the river may go through different channels like streams, the sea, but is always a part of the reservoir. Different experiences helping us to understand the illusion of separation, but really we are still connected. We will always be connected. Our life is but the opposite of what we think. Even trying to be the source is taking us away from being. When we just do it, we allow the guidance side to being to take over. And rather than the brain, who is more concerned or frightened when we don't know something, and so tries to take control with illusional thoughts. Some say that 90% of our thoughts are illusions and haven't even happened until we think about them. But maybe also we think part of us has ignited the thought to show when we separate. When I have a thought that I have already organised this day, and so the outcome will be good, suddenly it's like being on a roller coaster as time and synchronicity takes over. Maybe it's just the flow of life that has been allowed to show us the way. Could we have let go of that which is vibrating and allowed the oneness to be once more? So let's define the different stages that is awakening in us to see the oneness in all. Soul awakening. Soul activating our calling to look at the bigger picture, to surrender and allow the path we have chosen to show. Get back to nature and learn to merge once more to the perfect energy that flows in all. This is a simple description, and this is a lot more to it. But the soul has been trying to heal the earth by getting us all to connect once more to the soul, to learning that we are a spirit with a body, and the body's here to experience and feel and understand and be one once more. Spiritual awakening, the calling to prepare your vessel to allow the source to flow once more as you connect to the energy that brings freedom to your life. To let go of the past, to understand it's made you into the perfect person you are, and to get back to creating a new energy, which is just an energy that's part of everything. Spiritual ascension, the calling to be oneness, or some say the source, to stop separating and by joining and igniting others by just being. Peace comes from being, but also the joy of being. When we enjoy life, we bring joy to our lives. We start enjoying life more as we feel the joy. It's all a connection. It's all part of what we put to life, we get back. All our life is an opportunity to be the learning machine, to use our senses to see unconditional love in all things, to automatically share and to allow the flow of life journey to create a world where harmony can take place. If you switched your emotions off, you could feel the love of sharing, but also the pain of not. Everything has its part to play in bringing joy to your life, and so is just as important. Without dark, we could not appreciate light. Without pain, we cannot be blessed when not in pain. But when enjoying, if in pain, we often don't feel this because our focus has taken us away from what we have created by attaching. Everything is moulding to our vibration, all playing a part in a wonderful experience to learn about the oneness. So many people are searching for others to complete us, when really this is the calling to be oneness once more. But because we live in a material world, we see it as others completing us. We look for items to bring us love into our life, and we even look to stuff that we have enjoyed in the past, in the hope that we can feel the oneness once more. But the most amazing love is when we are oneness or the source. We feel at peace and even start to enjoy life as the joy of living takes over. When we enjoy life, we are the source. We automatically flow in the energy that plants seeds or ignites in others to join us in the feeling of joy of life. It's like when we laugh, other people enjoy the laugh, and then they even laugh a bit louder as they create their own laugh. It's part of the connection that we feel when people come together. When you do a good thing and help somebody else, then you feel like doing more, or you ignite others to do more, because they have been ignited once more back to the oneness. How do you feel when you're stuck in traffic and someone goes out of their way to let you out? You feel good and pass that on by letting someone else out. You change the focus of having to beat that person or to not let them out, because then you become one once more. You've stopped separating. For that brief moment you was part of the oneness. Like on holiday, after a few days, you realise that the moment of enjoying everything is all there is, and lasts with you for days. You have immersed yourself in the oneness. For brief moments we are the oneness and search to stay this way, but soon we get caught up in what we have created or the lessons we have set in place to learn from our separation. We get back to routines because these are what we feel is our life. But actually we are restricting our lives. We are stopping the flow. When we go back to routines which don't bring joy to our life. When we free ourselves from what we have created or what we are vibrating, we allow peace in our life. If we did the opposite to what we think, we often then flow again, or see what we are creating. If anything like me, it took me years to realise how I was sabotaging my life through my thoughts and fears. When I stopped seeing the big picture to life, I started becoming embroiled in the illusion and spending life blaming others for my decisions. Only by walking down the beach and learning a way to heal myself and others came about information through channeling of the illusional life I had created. When you search for your own life and information for yourself, or when you learn to surrender and allow, you actually allow the learning to take place. This, when shared with others, creates new ideas and new ways to channel. We attach to saving the world's mentality, to being rich and successful, to wanting and needing to be happy and content. But this is the illusion. Success is what you perceive, or what you're thinking is success. For we are successful in our part that we play, in enjoying, in igniting others, in helping, in sharing, in doing all the things that plays our part. We are part of the rich tapestry of life. We can actually tap into any and be rich. It's just an energy. But if we concentrate on just being rich, we sometimes forget other things that bring balance to our life that money cannot buy. All of which are illusions, and many find they have to lose something in life to attain this. The spiritual connections, even though the source is in everything, our thoughts, needs and wants determine a false world we search for. Any lack isn't the source. Any need or want stops the flow of limitless opportunity, because you are taking yourself from who you are, what you are, and your part to play. We are here to create, share, and enjoy, and bring peace to our lives. There is nothing that is not the source. And so even thinking that there's material and spiritual are separate is actually separating. We learn to free ourselves from ancestral chains, conditioning, pain, and limiting our lives with programming, blockages and illusions that create fear that we hold on to and cause the body to become ill. To take charge, you must free yourself from the illusion and creates lack in your life, and be grateful for the amazing things that you have made you into the most amazing person you are. It is then you free yourself and your vessel to flow and see the beauty of a new world that was always there, merge with the wonderful nature and see the beauty in all. Learn to be unconditional love to all things, and soon your world will be filled with love. You have a choice to enjoy life or not, to swim upstream, to go with the flow. Everything has a part to play, but cause and effect may play a part in experiences needed. What makes you feel alive? What can you create today? How can you be of service? To help the flow of the energy to be igniting others. Don't attach to their demands or the dramas or the part they play. It takes you away from the source. Ask yourself what you have vibrated to create this separation. You can let go and fill the void with unconditional love to attract more of love. By sending love to other situations, we can detach from the vibration and see the big picture to what created. Not all bad things are bad, but a stepping stone in the good things. It could show the wrong path you took, and by realizing that you could be once more the path. Without my experience, I may never have looked within for answers. So everything is leading you to become one once more. Don't search for it, just be it. Just emerge with nature and allow yourself to show. Thank you for sharing.